Welcome to the channel, everybody, and well, let me just set the scene for you first. Back when I was a kid, like maybe 10, 11, something like that, so like coming up on 40 years ago, mid-80s, my best friend and neighbor had a Tamiya Hornet that we played with until there was nothing left of it. Tires, everything was just destroyed. We had an absolute blast. I haven't had a buggy since. I've had some truggies and monster truck stuff, but this will be my first ever buggy. And rather than going like Hornet or like any old to me or whatever, I went really small. This is the Losi Micro-B 174 two-wheel drive buggy RTR. So it's tiny. It's really cute. I got the silver one. There's a white one with some green wheels, so you can see right here. It's on the box. Quick overview of the car. Yeah, and I have cheated because, like so many other things, they're a bit of a hassle to get out. Even when I cheated, it is. So this is a little Micro B. There's also a Micro T, which is like a truggy, but otherwise, as far as I know, basically the same thing. So tiny little 1 to 24th scale rear wheel drive. So no drive at the front, rear wheel drive buggy. Ooh, it's got a clear wing. Does that mean I have to paint it myself, or whatever? Then the stuff that it comes with. There's the radio, which is a Spectrum SLT2, so fairly basic thing. You got throttle rates, steering reverse, and your trim settings, and that's pretty much it. Feels pretty decent. Small enough to run one-handed for those who like that. Foam wheel, all that stuff. Feels pretty good, actually. Then you get the manual. There's not a lot of stuff in here. Get the manual, which is really basic. Goes over functions and shock cleaning, oil, stuff like that, and spare parts, and that's pretty much it. No exploitive use even. There's a connector guide. This thing runs PH 2.0. Some stuff about Spectrum stuff. Little USB charge cable, so that's a USB-C cable that goes in. Actually, ooh, nice. USB-C, and adapter to USB-A, and then you have the charger that charges through the balance port. 2 hex wrenches or Allen keys, and a wheel wrench. That's pretty much it. Car itself comes with oil shocks. Feels really good. It's actually quite a bit of heft to it. More than I expected from a 24th scale. Anyways, the reason I got this is because I wasn't really after this, but a couple of weeks ago, or no, about a week ago, I ordered something on AliExpress, and then I figured, well, I have to have this as well. I ordered the WLToys 244016, which is like the first new WLToys in a while, and for some reason, they just basically cloned this. Like 99% of the parts are interchangeable. The only thing I think that isn't, I haven't done a lot of research on it, is the gearbox. I think everything else is interchangeable. Gears, all that stuff. This comes with a really nice metal chassis. The quality feels excellent. Yeah, and the shocks are really nice. The WLToys does not come with oil shocks. It comes with friction shocks, which is, not great. But where I live in Norway, I paid over 160 bucks for this with shipping. The WLToys from China, which is like a clone, has a metal, has a plastic chassis instead of the metal one, cost me 35 with tax and shipping. So it's quite a difference. These are like a little over 100 bucks in the States, I think. So not quite as bad as here. Anyways, it's a pretty decent little setup. The only thing I'm kind of miffed about is the battery sits under here, and to get it out, this thing swivels. You have to take these two screws off. Would have been better if these were like body clips and you could just take those out and flip it over. Has a 2-in-1 receiver and ESC. One connector for the battery, for the motor, and for the servo, which goes into like a little adapter right here. So, really small unit. I don't think there's a gyro or anything like that on it. So PH 2.0, not my favorite plug. I'm thinking I'm gonna snip that right here from the battery, solder on an XT30 on the battery and an XT30 here. So just make this thing into a little adapter, because I hate getting these these little PH 2.0 plugs. Once they're in there, they're really in there. Let's turn on the radio. And down on the car. It's got a pretty responsive and quick servo and steering. It actually feels like it has a bit of torque as well. I'm thinking with a tiny buggy like this that doesn't weigh much, speed is more important than torque, really, but it seems to have both. It has a tiny little 0-30 motor. That's full speed, but you also have 50%, 75%. So the reason I got this, despite it being pretty pricey, is I figured if I'm getting the clone, I want to see how good that is compared to the real thing. And also, once the clone arrives, see how much better we can make the clone for cheap, and see if we can make it better than this for less than this cost. Well, that's sort of the idea anyways. But since I have 2 kids and myself, which is sort of I'm an adult, but also kind of a kid because I'm a man. And that's just how we work, isn't it? I also got a 3rd buggy, so I have one for each of the kids and one for myself. And that's the little Mini Z MO10B, something like 4-wheel drive buggy. So I'm going to check this one out first, then the other ones as they arrive, and then eventually we'll do like a roundup and see which one's the best. And especially, do you have to buy this when the WLToys is so much cheaper? And is it worse or better, or, you know, kind of same? First off, though, we have to run this, set up a track, some jumps, like buggy style. So yeah, let's go do that. Previous video, we had a look at the WLToys 244016 Vagrant Speedster, which is a clone of this one. And it's fun, but kind of useless compared to this, at least straight out of the box. But also a lot cheaper. I paid $35 for the WLToys, and I paid 4 or 5 times that much for this one. There's a reason for that. This just works. It has really nice oil shocks, but that wasn't really a huge issue on the WLToys with the friction shocks. This is nicer on jumps, but not that much nicer. What is nicer on this thing is the steering actually works, and it's really, really good. Oh, you'll have seen that. Also, the throttle on this one, super smooth. Takeoff is great. The WLToys is not. So yeah, but this thing out of the box works really well. It's super smooth. It's easy to drive. and it's fairly fast enough. And there are stuff you can do to these as well, but this one doesn't really need that much. The WLToys would need a lot. Would I get this or the WLToys if I was just getting one of them? Well, these are really expensive where I live in Norway. So I'd probably go with the WLToys and just get upgrades. Spend like 80, 70, 80, maybe $100 on upgrades for that. And it'll be as good as this and still cheaper than what I had to pay. If you're somewhere where these aren't stupid expensive, yeah, I'd probably get one of these and save myself the hassle of figuring out how to get the WLToys to work well. Because this just works. And it's fun. And it's quick, it's nimble, and super smooth. And it looks good. So yeah, awesome little thing. If you live somewhere like me where they're crazy expensive, maybe consider the WLToys we did in the previous video and upgrade that if you feel the need to. And you will feel the need to. Steering and ESC on the WLToys. This one works great. Awesome little thing. And most places in the world, not as stupid expensive as it is here. Which is a shame for us, but good for you guys. So with that said, you race one of these? Comment below. If you have anything I should do to it to make it better? I mean, it works really well. I'm not a race dude, so I'm a crawler dude. So I need help. Or do I? Maybe it's fine as is. Anyways, do the whole like, the subscribe, the ring the bell, all that stuff. Comment below. And I'll see you in the next one. And next one's going to be something else. Maybe the Kyosho buggy. And if this thing's expensive, that Kyosho buggy is next level. It's just crazy. Kyosho tax or whatever. Yeah. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.